Okay, so we're going to try to solve one problem in supplementary problems 1.4. So we're going to give the center, foci, vertices, and the asymptotes of the hyperbola with a given equation. We're going to sketch the graph and using the auxiliary rectangle, and then we're going to include those points on our graph. And for this video, we're going to solve number 6. We're going to solve this, number 6. And in order for us to solve this, of course, we need to complete the squares. So, ang gawin natin, isolate natin yung lahat ng may mga x's pagsamahin natin at saka lahat ng may mga y pagsamahin natin. Lahat ng walang x, ilipat natin lahat sa right side. And, sige, let's start. So, this will become 16. Patabayin ko lang yung brush. So, 16x squared plus 64x. And then, let's leave us, kahit hindi muna. Minus 105y squared plus 840y equals 3,296. And, we can factor out 16. So, let's factor out 16. So, we have 16 times x squared plus 16 divided by 64, 64 divided by 16 is 4. And then you leave a space. Yan. And then let's have negative 105 times y squared. Now, what's 840 divided by 105? So it's another, let's get a calculator. 840, so 840 divided by 105 is 8. Okay, so we have minus 8. Oh, bakit minus 8? Kasi negative to. So, para pag dinistribute mo ulit siya pabalik, you will get positive 840y. So, 8y, then you leave a space, equals 3,296. And then, let's complete the squares in x. So, we have 16x squared plus 4x plus 4x. Then 4 divided by 2 is 2 squared, that's plus 4. Minus 105 y squared minus 8y. 8 divided by 2 is 4 squared, 16. So plus 16 equals 3,296. Now, be careful Pag nag-complete tayo ng square, kailangan kung ano yung nag-plus tayo sa, kung ano yung sinama natin sa left side, ganun din yung sasama natin sa right side. So, for this case, be careful. Hindi 4 yung sinama nyo on this part, hindi lang 4 because you have 16 outside. So, it's 16 times 4 yung dinagdag mo. So, we're going to add also here 16 times 4. And then, for this case, hindi 16 yung in-add natin, kundi negative 105 times 16. So, plus negative 105 times 16. Next is, this is factorable. 16. This is x plus 2 squared minus 105. This is y minus 4 squared equals. Now, so let's compute for this. Let's again get our calculator. Let's compute first for 16 times 4. 16 times 4 is 64. So we'll have, this is 64. And the other one is 105 times 16. That is 1,600. It's negative, once again, 1,680. Okay. And then let's add 3,296 plus 64 minus 1,680. So it's 3,296 plus 64 minus 1,680. So we have 1,680. Okay. So we have equals 1,680. Okay, and then we need to divide everything by 1,680. Remember, yung equation ng ellipse, kailangan 1 yung nasa right side. So, divide this by 1,680. Divide this by 1,680. And divide this by 1,680. Now, 16 over 1,680. So, alamin lang natin kung divisible siya at kung ano yung nasa ilalim. So, let's divide this by 16. We have 105. So, this will become x plus 2 squared over 105 minus this one is feeling ko 16. So, we have y minus 4 squared over 16 is equal to 1. Now, so this is our equation written in standard form. So, all we have to do is to determine the values of a, b, and c. So, let's determine the values of a, b, and c. So, ngayon, ang axis natin, since nandito yung negative, so hindi si y, so ibig sabihin si horizontal ang ating axis. So, this axis is horizontal. Axis is horizontal. The value of a is the root of 105. Square root of 105. Lagyan lang natin ng decimal representation para alam din kung ano yung root of 105. So, 105 square root. So, you have approximately 10.25. 10.25. This is approximately 10.25. And then the value of b is the square root of this. So, it's 4. And then to find the value of c, remember, we still need to compute for this. I'll do the computation here. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. And c squared is equal to a squared is 105. Plus b squared is 16. So 105 plus 16 is 121. And let's get the root of both sides. So we have c is equal to plus or minus 11. But we'll just need to get the positive one because c is a distance. It's the focal distance. So for this, we have c equals 11. Okay. Again, I don't suggest you to memorize the formula for getting the center, foci, vertices, asymptotes of the hyperbola. Huwag nyo nang sa uluhin yon. I-graph nyo yung hyperbola nyo and then from the graph, dun mo malaman sino yung paplasan mo from the center. Okay. So let's graph first the hyperbola. Medyo malaki yung mga values natin. 11, 10, 4. Anyway. So, let's draw the hyperbola. Sorry. Not the best I should have. Yeah, I want to work. Oh. Oops. This one. Okay. So let's have, where is the center? Ang center natin ay nasa negative 2, 4. So let's write the values here. Center is at negative 2, 4. Basically, that's hk. Yung kasama ni x, that's h. Yung kasama ni y, that's k. So, center is at negative 2, 4. Negative 2, 4, negative 2, and then let's have 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 2, 4 is here. This is our center. And then, the axis is horizontal. So, we're going to move 10.25 units to left and right para makuha natin nasaan yung vertex ng hyperbola natin. So, let's move from negative 2, we will move 10.25 units. So, saan na siya papatak? Sa negative 12.25. Tama? So, let's, so, imagine this is negative. Saan nga tayo? 10, no? So, 12, this is 12 and then 13. This is negative 12 and this is negative 13. So, nandito, 0.25. So, taas pa pala. So, we're here. It's your vertex. And then, this is at negative 2. So, kung mag-move tayo ng 10 units to the right, so we will be at approximately 8.25. So, 8.25. So, a little bit here. So, 8, 9. So, this is 8, and this is 9. Mukha bang magkapantay? So, this is 8.7, 8.25. So, this is your vertex 1, and this is your vertex 2. If you have a graphing paper, sa graphing paper nyo ito graph, para lang mapakita ko kung paano siya. So, ganito muna tayo. Pero kung may graphing paper kayo, do this on a graphing paper. And then, let's locate the positions of the B units for B units upward and downward. Conjugate axis. So, 4 units upward. So, we are at 4. This is 4. So, we'll move 4 units upward ulit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we're here. And then 4 units downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, then dito. Okay. So, after locating the vertices and the endpoints of the conjugate axis, we're now ready to draw our auxiliary box. So, let's draw the auxiliary box. The length of the auxiliary box ay twice A. The height or the width is 2B. And then from this, sa corners ng auxiliary box natin, we can draw the asymptotes. So let's draw the asymptotes. Should pass through the center corner, pass through the center. No, it's not the best. Kailangan magpapass. If you have a ruler, of course, use a ruler. The asymptotes will guide us kung paano natin i-sketch yung hyperbola. Okay? Yan. So, I think that will work. Let's draw the hyperbola. Ang axis natin ay horizontal. So, ibig sabihin, yung hyperbola natin nakahiga. So, mula sa vertex, you draw the hyperbola. 1. And, sorry, hindi siya maganda. That one, and on this side, this one. And then, let's have for the other side. This one. And this one. Okay na siguro yan. Let's locate where are the foci. C units, 11. 11 going to the left and right. Kasi horizontal tayo. Going to the left. So, from the center, 11 units, nasa negative 2 tayo. This is negative 2. So, 11 units, negative 13. So, nandito. Foci 1. And then, negative 2, 11 units, we'll arrive at 9. So, this is second foci 2. Okay? Now, let's have vertex 1. Location of vertex 1. This is at, so, saan nga yung center natin? Our center is at negative 2, 4. Negative 2, 4. So, ang na-minusan natin ay si x-axis. Kasi papunta tayo dito. Okay lang kung yung 10.22, depende sa inyo but I prefer writing it using square root of 105 para exact. So it's negative 2 minus square root of 105, 4. And vertex 2 is at, so instead of minus, we'll do plus. Negative 2 plus square root of 105, 4. How about the foci? Foci, focus 1, focus 2, focus 1, imbes na 105, yung ima-minus natin at ipa-plus will have 11. So, you have negative 2 minus 11, so that's negative 13. 4. The other one is negative 2 plus 11, so that's 9, 4. And then, may nakalimutan ba ako? Center, foci, vertices, asymptotes. Equation of the asymptotes. Yung first asymptote natin, this is L1 up. So this is L1. And this is L2, line 1, line 2. So asymptote 1, line 1, what's the equation? Line 2, what's the equation? If you'll notice, from the center, the slope of line 2 is, tataas tayo ng B units. Tama, this is B units. So that's B, rise ng B, run ng A. So it's B over A, B over A, and then, sa kabila naman, rise tayo ng, sorry, di tayo mag-rise, magda-down tayo. Down tayo ng B and then A. Pabalik na A. Pwede naman rise tayo ng A tapos pabalik tayo. So anyway, negative yung slope. So, B over A. That's the slope. B over A. So line 1 is Y minus K. This is your H, and this is your K. K is 4, so Y minus 4 equals B over A. B over square root of 105, 4 over square root of 105, times X minus H. So it's negative 2, that will become plus 2. And then for line number 2, sorry, this is line number 2 pala. Sige, line number 1, negative yon. So, negative kasi line number 1 natin, ito yung graph ng line number 1. So, negative yung slope. Line number 2, siya yung positive yung slope. So, Y minus 4 equals positive 4 over square root of 105 times X plus 2. Now, it depends on you if you still want to rationalize this and transform the equation into slope-intercept form and whatever form that you want. And that's it.